I'm highly upset. Rookie mistakes were made in this episode 10 of Domestic Girlfriend. You know, when I watch this series, I feel like I'm watching my son. I'm like a proud father when I watch Natsuo try to navigate his love life. But some terrible mistakes were made today, and I just can't get over it. It's highly upsetting, highly upsetting. We're gonna get into all of this and more. Let's go ahead and take it from the top, guys. So it's clear in the opening scenes, Rui is still pressed for Natsuo. She still has feelings. She's giving him glares and stares and side eyes from all angles because she loves him or likes him a great deal. But anyway, president, the literature club president is being he's missed school, think he's sick, so they go pay him a visit, and it turns out that he's a pretty wealthy novelist. When they first got to his crib, I'm like, well, if they're living like this in Japan, high school teachers, maybe I should hop over there and teach English or something. You feel me? Because he was living a life of luxury, penthouse all the way to the top. I'm like, anyway, besides the point. Uh, I think that's good for our MC because he has a passion for novels, and there's an outlet for him. He's going to be featured in a magazine, so that's good. So maybe one day he'll be a local celebrity. Maybe he'll get some money popping or whatever. Uh, as a result of that, one of the girls in the literature club seems to have a crush on the professor, and Natsuo teases her about it, and he falls down the steps. I mean, that shit is crazy. Like, I, like it was such a slight nudge, but them steps fucked him up, man. And I was mad about that too because, like, yo, he has to. He wants to go. He walks. He doesn't have a car. I guess he could take the train, but he walks to his girl crib, Hina's crib. So it's like, all right, that's another hassle in the way. Kind of fucked him up. But Rui just keeps on pressing him. It's like, why? When she's taking care of him, as soon as Hina leaves, after she gets done checking up on him, she comes in. Says, oh, I can finally take care of you now since you're injured. I'm like, yo, come on. Like it's clear, she's not taking the hints that he doesn't want. Like he already stepbrother zoned her. He already stepsister zoned her. But she's still pressing on. I mean, I admire it. Keep shooting. Shooters gonna shoot. But like, yo, you fucking up my little thing right now. Anyway, so she kisses him. I'm like, why? I'm like, yo, please stop. I'm like, I'm so frustrated right now because I'm Team Hina all the way. Rui's cool, but Hina and Natsuo was definitely the move, man, for sure. Anyway, oh, the bath scene. the bath scene, like I don't usually don't worry in this series when like things like when people could walk in. 'Cause people usually don't walk in on this in this series. They usually try to avoid that. But when she walked in this time, I had great angst watching this. Great angst, anxiety, because this is the first time that this happened. They haven't, they're together. They had a bad scene previously, but Natsuo and Hina were not in a relationship. So it's like, all right, it's almost fair game, I guess. But this time, he's in a relationship, clearly committed. And now here she comes in. Damn, yo, she's just so she's pressed for him, man. But anyway, she comes in. She says, "Oh, let me wash your back for you. Let me do all this." I'm like, yo, if Hina walks in right now, it's a fucking GG. It's done. It's over. But and then she takes it one step. She gets in the tub. I'm like, come on, man. Don't get in the tub, bro. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, it's gonna be all over because you're gonna walk in right now and you can't come back from that. I don't care what Natsuo says, bro. I don't care what anybody says. if your girl walks in on you or your significant other walks in on you in the tub, face to face in the tub, like what the fuck? That's a huge tub. First of all, that's a nice tub you have. But you sitting together in the tub, it's not a good look. It's not one of them situations where you can say it's not what it looks like because it's exactly what the fuck it looks like. So anyway, uh, back to the shits. She grabs this wood. That was pretty funny. Nobody walked in. They were able to get that off. So I'm not mad at it. But mistake number one, man. Mistake number fucking one. I couldn't believe it. She sees his friend. Forgot his first name, but she sees Natsuo's friend at the coffee shop, the only coffee shop in town, the only food spot in town, apparently, because they don't go anywhere else to eat or drink but this one spot. One spot. I'm like, here we go. She said Natsuo won't be coming over to your house with his broken leg now. He said, a broken leg? What are you talking about? He said, I haven't seen him in weeks. I said, yo. I'm like, I know this man, it's not, well, he was. I shouldn't assume. But typically when these things happen, when somebody's cheating and you're using somebody else's name, you're implicating that, that's your accomplice, that's your accomplice basically in cheating. If you get your homeboy, you say, yo, I'm like, if anybody asks you, if she asks you, anybody asks you, if they ask where I was at your house. You don't just go around telling people, you don't go around throwing people's names out there saying you're at that spot and you're not there. If somebody asks them, it's a wrap. And that's what we saw here. That's just that's not even a common mistake. That's a blatant mistake. He was so blinded by love that he didn't even take the necessary precautions in order to safeguard that. They're supposed to be like, supposed to have that. That's your alibi, basically. Like, you don't have an alibi? If somebody catch you out in the streets with what you gonna say? It doesn't make any sense, man. You have to tell your homie or your homegirl, hey, to my ass, I'm with you. That's just the bottom line, because that's just mistake number one. And so Rui goes back to the house and says, well, I talked to your friend and you weren't there. Now, this is another time he could have said anything. He could have said, well, yeah, I just said that, but really I was taking time because I've been stressed out lately. He could have said, I was taking a jog because I was stressed out, or I just wanted some alone time to myself. He could have said anything. He could have said anything that he was doing by himself, but no. He says he was with Momo. Another mistake. Why would you implicate somebody else? All she has to do is ask her also, and the same thing's going to happen again, and it's going to be another lie. And then it just doesn't make it. Why would you bring in another person? When you're doing dirt, this is dirt, really. Cheating like this is dirt. Like, you have to do your dirt by yourself. Take it all on yourself. Don't tell nobody. Don't add anybody, because it makes it easier. Because nobody will know the truth. But anyway, that's besides the point. So just lie after lie, man. He's not. I'm like, eventually the truth will come. It's like there's no way you can keep lying. He's a terrible liar. I mean, he tells a lie. Cause sometimes they like some characters can't even tell a lie in these shows. They just start stuttering or start making facial expressions. But he can tell a lie. He just makes the wrong thing. He's not good at actually finding a good excuse. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty rough to watch. I was sitting there punching the air. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, come on, man. He's so sloppy with his work. If he was a criminal, he'd be in jail. He probably he'd probably get life in jail if this guy was a criminal or something, man. Like, he's terrible. So this is a funny scene right here. He gets the selfie from Hina, and she got the grub ready to go. I'm like, oh yeah, pull up time. So he was in a literature club when this happened, and Rui walks in. Walks in, she asks him. Oh, he says to her he's going to his friend's house, right? But what he should have just said, he shouldn't have even said anything. Oh, but anyway, she asked him, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah, that's where I'm going." Another fucking lie. I'm like, my man, you are wilding right now. Another lie. He's going right to her crib. He's going right to Hina's crib. And Hina, that was, okay. So they're progressing. They're doing whatever they're doing. They're eating. And it was escalating all through the night. It felt like a really long-winded review. I don't think it should be this long. But anyway, so they're about to have sex, I think, finally. Things were looking good for the kid. He got that broken leg swag, man. Anyway, the doorbell rings. Now goddamn well. She says, "Oh, it might be a delivery." Now goddamn well it ain't no goddamn delivery at fucking 9 p.m. at night. You cook your food. There's not a food delivery. There's no fucking delivery. But she goes to the door anyway. Of course. She goes to the door. She says, "I'm on my way." Who's delivering? Who? Who? Anyway, she didn't even check the peephole. I guess they don't have peepholes in Japan or something. I mean, that shit was. Come on, man. You got to at least crack the door. You got to look through the. Got to look through the blind. See who out there. He don't give a fuck. He didn't think it was anybody. Like, yo, he thought it was a fucking delivery. Are you serious? Come on, man. He could have slid under the couch, hid behind the couch, slid under the bed, the closet. But no, he sat his dumb ass right there at the lunch table, at the dinner table. And of course, it's Rui right there. She doesn't even. She walks in. She drops the. She don't even say anything. She just drops the umbrellas already. She like, I know what time it is. I know he's in here. She walks in there, sees him. He's sitting there, shell shot. He says, "Rui," tears, man. She just crying tears. She bolts out and she gone. Man, trying times in this episode. Now, Hina is an experienced affair haver. She's a grown woman. She should have goddamn known better. She should have gave this man like okay, when you come in here, tell him this. She just let this teenage boy run his own affairs himself. Like, yo, now you gotta be slick. You gotta think 2 steps ahead when you're doing things like this. Like, how do you get caught within the first year of your fucking love affair? That doesn't make it. That's just poor cheating, man. Not that you should cheat, but you at least do something right when you're gonna do it. Like, they just fucked the whole thing up. This feels really long. Our MC, still with blue balls. He goes to find Rui. He finds her under a bus stop, or in a park somewhere. It's raining. It's very moody. But anyway, she slaps the shit out of him. First. Second, she cries in his arms, calls him a liar. He is a down dirty liar. It's really bad when you lie, but it's even worse when you get caught, bro. Like, that should be fucking annoying. Like, you caught me in my lie? That just make everything 10 times worse. Like, what can be a white lie could turn to like a fucking whole problem. But anyway, I feel bad for Rui. Well, before that, she says, "I read the novel." We didn't know we knew it was a romance novel. We kind of had implications that it was about that. I don't know. We know. I didn't even know. We didn't know what it was about. Come to find out, it was this man's whole life story in a novel, basically. Like, he's not even thinking. He's not even thinking creatively. He's just putting that's his journal for real. That's his journal in a novel form. And she says, "Well, once I got to Hina's house, that just sealed the deal." Now that's funny though. Like seriously, like if he was in America, he'd probably be a rap. He'd probably be an R&B singer or something, man. He'd probably be talking about that, talking about his love for her and all that. That's pretty funny though. Like, that's some wild shit. And then she says, "Do you love her?" And he says, "Yes." I'm glad he said yes, but I don't know. I don't know where this leaves us. I have no clue where this leaves us because Hina, not Hina, Rui. I feel so bad for her because people lie to her all the time. Like she's gonna have some serious trust issues, but she's the most mature out of everyone. She's so honest. She asks the questions. She deals with her emotions, and people just keep lying to her. Her father lied to her. Her father lied to her mother. Uh, had a mistress. I'm sure she lost the trust of her father. Her father betrayed them. Her sister, sisters lied to her numerous times, betrayed her trust, betrayed the family unit. Natsuo told white lies to her to only find a major lie in the end. Uh, that's a lot of shit going on with Rui right now, man. It's numerous shows of betrayal towards her, and she does not deserve that at all, man. She needs, and I don't know how she's gonna take this. Next episode's gonna be very. I don't know if she's gonna just deny him. I don't know if she's gonna deny her sister. Uh, you know what? I ain't gonna tell you what I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll tell you what I do predict, or what could happen. She could either be all in for love, say okay, that's well, cause she's obviously didn't have a problem with the fucking step sibling relationship, cause she was trying to do that shit herself. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up for y'all. So if she doesn't have a problem with that, then she'll probably be all in since that was her since that was his first love anyway. Or she could try and sabotage. She could if she tells her sister that they had sex already, that could just be a monkey wrench right there. That could probably postpone it. Or I don't know. But I'm leaning more towards her being for it than against it. That's what I will say. She's gonna be more for it than against it. But then Hina, she might try to finally be an adult and just say, you know what, we can't do this anymore. That is a possibility. But let's see if I covered everything, man. Another good episode. This is a pretty fun series, man. It's a nice romance series. I fuck with it. And this is Blackout Jones. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like everything of that nature. And fuck with me, man. Signing off.